Serious, serious.
That's right. That's right. Let me see. Let me just check, make sure my microphone is on. You know, I always have them technical difficulties, but I think you guys can hear me. Frank Dika's dropping knowledge, talking papas once again on a frenetic Friday. But we're gonna take it slow. We're gonna kick it. We're not gonna be frenetic on my live. Shout out to everybody. I got 6 people watching. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hey, shout out to ET, man. Saludos, Frank, in chat. Let's get it. Hey, let's get it, bro. Hey, we got battle boxes tonight. That'll be interesting. So everybody that's tuning in, you guys already know battle boxes tonight. There have been some call outs. I'm gonna be a spectator tonight. Just watch and see. You know, we'll see what happens. It is what it is. I think that whenever you're in a state of mind where you've got so many thoughts going at the same time, so many things going, it becomes frenetic. It becomes frenetic. Sometimes we don't know what to do in certain occasions, what to do first, what to take care of first. Sometimes there's a combination of things going on, and it all piles up, and we just got to try to figure it out. Rick James, yo, Rick James, what's up, man? Hey, shout out to you. Never seen you before, but welcome to my live. This is Frank Dika's Dropping Knowledge, talking papas on this frenetic Friday. But we're gonna take it slow. We're gonna chill. We're gonna talk about things. I think I'm gonna do a reaction. So I've been using an old video of Skittles where he says J Cat, but I think I'm gonna react to that video because I was watching it today. And I thought, you know what? We're going to watch this old ass video. So we're going to do a reaction to an old ass Skittles video. But I think you'll find it entertaining. We'll also bump a little bit. It's all good, man. But once again, shout out to ET, man. Shout out to Ladies of Exposed to. Battle boxes will be on tonight. I think we have Ladies of Exposed to tonight as well, right? If someone can confirm, because I know we usually have Ladies of Exposed to Friday nights and then battle boxes. So we do the live, Ladies of Exposed to, then battle boxes. So I don't know if that's how it's going to go down. Today I'm just going to sit back and watch, man. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. What's up, little white ferret? Nice to see you. Manila in the house. That's right. Yeah, ET's in the house as well. Little white ferret. That's right, Katie Frizzle. Nice to see you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. There's 9 people watching. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. So, we started it off listening to a little Clear. That's one of my funk bands that, I dig. But I do want to play another song before we get started because I will do a reaction. I was like debating on it, but I think I will. I think I will. We're going to do a reaction today. All right. But I wanted to play this song just because I've been tripping out on it. That's really the only reason why. It's an old, like, I don't know what you can call it, funk, soul. I guess it's one of the two, but it's got some funk in it. It's got some soul in it. I'm gonna play it because I've just been tripping on it. I want to share it with you guys. You know how I am. It was good. Facto7G was good. Frank, talk that papa. Hey, we're gonna be talking our papas. I'm gonna do a reaction to an old video, but before that, I will play a song. And if you guys have a request, let me know. Hit that like. Yeah, hit the like if you can. If you haven't hit the subscribe as well, man. I thank every single one of you for the views, all of the subscribers. Thank you so much. I got 11 people watching. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. So we got battle boxes tonight, which will be interesting. All right, I think it's going to be a little bit interesting, and I want to watch. I think tonight will be a good night to just see if people jump on, if they do what they're supposed to do, if they heed the call of the challenge. All right, but as you guys already know, this is an open channel, so if you guys want to jump on, just as long as it's respectful, it's cool. The link is right there; it's pinned. But yeah, when we got so much going on, sometimes we're like running on fumes, right? Like it can get hectic sometimes, and things can become frenetic, and we have to know how to control ourselves. We have to know how to keep ourselves from getting stressed out. I think that is a strength. That is a weapon that you can use. If you figure out how not to get stressed, like once you start realizing how to do that, like how not to stress out over shit, or at least to know what to stress out over. Not everything that stresses us out should be stressing us out. Okay, there are things that we should have control over, right? And we're going to talk about those things in a little while. But yeah, I mean, today we're going to kick it though. We're going to take it slow. We're going to chill. I want you guys to relax. I got 11 people watching. Shout out to Jay Slider. That's right. That's right. Let me go ahead and share this song. Now, this song is a little bit more kickback. It's a little more kickback, but I like the message. I like the message. I'm a big soul, funk, jazz music, type of listener. Ftdk's dropping knowledge, stocking Papa's live. You know how it goes on the Frenetic Friday. But nah, man, we're not going to be frenetic over here. We're going to chill. We're going to kick back. Let's go ahead and listen to this Millington. Heaven is on Your Mind from 77. I was 1 year old when this came out. Let's get it.
Brothers and sisters, will you be united? Will you follow the signs and mind an open heart? Brothers and sisters, will you be united? Will you reach in the dark and spark an open mind? I can see it in your eye. You really long to touch the sky. I can really see that heaven is in your mind. Holding it so you really long to let it go. I can really see that heaven is in your mind. Brothers and sisters, will you be united? Will the silence remain to drain to the end of time? 'Cause we are the children born from the silence. Out of time and space, we race to the end of time. I can see it in your eyes. You really long to touch the sky. I can really see that heaven is in your mind. Holding it within your
right, all right. That was Millington. Heaven is in your mind. Now, a lot of the music that I play, if you guys like truly trip on it, you can probably pull out a lot of samples. If you're a DJ and you like mixing up music and all that shit, listen to some of the songs I play. You're gonna be able to find some samples in it. But anyways, let's get back to the topic at hand. There's shit that stresses me out. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I try to keep it cool for the most part, but there's always going to be something that gets to us. There's always going to be something that gets us in a frenetic mode. We just have to figure out why that is. Some things are a little deeper than others. In my case in particular, what gets me on edge, or what sometimes stresses me out, is like knowing that, for example, my mom gets sick or something, or she has like a really bad cold. Because my mom is older, she's an older woman. So, the fact that I'm far away, the fact that I can't get close, things like that, those things do end up stressing me out a bit. So the most I can do is have those conversations with my mom. Just speak to her, let her tell me how she feels. We pray together over the phone, and I just have to deal with the fact that that's something that even if I was up close, even if I was there, there's really not much I could do. When it comes to situations that you have no control over, I mean, it's going to hurt, it's going to bother you, but stressing out over it is like, just all it does is makes things worse. It makes things harder to cope with. So what stresses you out? Like, what are the type of things that stress you out? I know that there are people. I'll give you guys an example. If this YouTube thing was like my primary vehicle to making money, I'd be stressed out if I wasn't getting views, if I wasn't getting, there we go, if I wasn't getting subscribers, things like that, it would be an issue. It would be an issue if that was what I was looking for. If I was finding or looking for a way to do this and make money off of it and have that be my primary source of income. And you can see how far fools will go to try to be monetized, to try to get donations. Like, fools will do whatever it takes, and that's once again something that I won't do. So this doesn't stress me out. If anything, it helps me. The fact that I'm growing slowly, people are watching. You guys are checking out my content. If you haven't already done so, I dropped a video today. Go check it out. Okay, hit the like button, watch it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps me grow my channel. But I'm taking it all in as a hobby. I'm doing it to the best of my ability. I'm learning as I go along. There are things that I like, there are things that I don't like, there are things that I know I have to improve on, and so forth. But I'm not stressed out over it. No, so there are things that maybe somebody else would be stressed over, and maybe I wouldn't be. And there might be particular reasons that make it easier for me to deal with something than somebody else, and vice versa. Like, all I can say is we got to figure out sometimes what it is that stresses us out and work on it so it doesn't become a factor, doesn't become a stumbling block, or it hinders us from making the best decisions. Let's see. Not having my sabritas would stress me out. Saludos y respetos. What's up, Terps? Yeah, man. Hey, that's stressful sometimes, bro. I mean, we can take it as a joke, right? But how many times haven't you been stressed out? Like, maybe you go to a restaurant and you want to order your favorite food from that restaurant, and they tell you, we don't. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, we don't have that today. Like, what? That can stress you out, because if you've planned all along to go to that restaurant just to have that meal, just to buy that food, and they tell you, you know what, we ran out or whatever, we don't have it available right now, it could be stressful. And see, these are things that maybe someone else would be like, why would you stress out over it? Just order something else. But different things trigger us. Different things are priorities to us. Different things are important. Some people, get upset if you talk shit about their mom. If you mention their mom, you already know that's a fight. And as a general rule, you shouldn't be talking about people's moms, right? You shouldn't be bringing family into shit, just like some of these people like to do. They like to bring family into it. You shouldn't be doing that, you know? Some people can take it. Some people can just like, whatever, man. You can talk all the shit you want. It's not going to affect me. But there are other people that you talk one simple thing about who they are, their family or whatever, it could be a problem. It could be a big problem. And it's the same with stress. There are triggers that get us stressed. What are those things? Little White Fair, let's see. I don't need to say about what you're saying. It's daisy way of life. It's a daisy way of life. I don't need to say about what you're saying. It's a Taoist outer. Okay. Yeah. It was good. Haha. Yeah. Frank was good. Everybody. Hey, shout out to you, man. I got 15 people watching. Thank you so much. Shout out to ET, everybody that's made it. We had here first time by Ferry Katie Frizzle. We have Facto 7G. We're chilling. We're chilling. Terps. That's right. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see. You always got a good message, bro. I put my sabritas as a joke, but it's a good. No, but it's true. I mean, no, and that's a funny joke, and I find that funny. But it's true, man. Like, I mean, there are things that stress us out. Like, there's some shit that you're like, why is that stressing her out? But man, there's probably things that stress us out that other people will be like, why does that stress you out? Like, we all got different shit. Like, we all got different triggers. We all have different things that fuck us over. And you know what makes it worse is when you don't sleep, right? Or you don't eat right, or you're sick, or you're addicted to some shit, or you're a fucking alcoholic. Like, all of those things will make it even worse. So whatever aggravates you and stresses you out just normally, it could be magnified even more so if you're in a bad spot. Like, if you're in a situation where you don't have a job, or you just broke up with someone, and that's when you see people like lose it. People lose it over a bad day. People will lose it over a bad day. And that's one of those things that we have to realize. And I'm going to be straight up. A lot of dudes that committed crimes and ended up getting locked up for life just had a really bad fucking experience that one time, and they blew up and it got them caught up. So how we deal with what makes us like upset, with what stresses us out, is extremely important if what we're trying to do is to make changes in our life. We really have to focus on shit like that. Trust me, man. I used to get so upset when I was younger. I would get so upset, and I would just go out there and probably take it out on someone that I didn't like. Be like, man, fuck you, and pick a fight with whoever I didn't like, and that was it. And I would get it off that way. And I would get into fights all the time because of it, because I was always sometimes in a bad mood. And there were already people that got me pissed off or whatever. And it would just be easy to be like, you know what, man, fuck you, fool. And that would start it off. Because all you got to do is get somebody out of their mind, like out of their good mood, and that's it. What's up, Mr. Oxnard? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to your family. You know what's up, man. God bless you. I got 20 people watching. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. What's up, Ramiro? Much love and respects to you, Frankie, in the chat. You know what's up, man. We're over here getting ours, man. Autocorrect is the bane of my life. I know, man. Autocorrect does me dirty too, little white fairy. Don't trip. Facto 7G, Little White Ferret. That's right. Terps is in the house. Mr. Oxnard, Big Frank, saludos. That's right, Mr. Oxnard. Let me just catch up with some of these chats. Now, we are going to do a reaction. I will be reacting to a video, okay? And I do have a smaller video that just talks about how to deal with stress. And I think it's important not to let shit trigger us, not to let shit get us out of character, and not to lose our composure, man. Listen, like when you're dealing with things so openly or out in the open the way I do when I come out here do my lives, I put out my content. A lot of these dudes are fucking criticizing me, and criticizing me is like the least of the things that a lot of these dudes do, right? Call me out of my name, do all kinds of shit about me. I you have to have tough skin. If I let that affect me, I would be stressed out. If I let those attacks get to me, if I let, certain things that have happened, like truly get to me, truly rock me, I wouldn't want to be doing this. And I think that that's something that you guys need to realize as well. I know that there are people that want to start a channel maybe because you see what we do. Maybe you like what we do. Maybe you're not going to get into this genre. Maybe do something else, which I recommend. I recommend. If you don't want, people attacking you or trolls, whatever. I mean, you're gonna find them in any genre. There's trolls everywhere. You have to know that before you begin. Like you have to know that there are trolls. You have to know that there are people that will just come at you just for the sport of it, just to see if they can get you out of character. And that happens in real life too. In real life, sometimes you're arguing with someone or you're having a conversation and it becomes an argument, and then they'll start talking shit. Like they don't talk about the argument anymore. They start talking shit, insulting you, get you out of character, and then they feel like they won the argument. Right? So those are all things that stress us out. Like those are all things that can get to us. And the least of them that we have, the better. That's right, Terps, little white ferret, man. What's up, Ramiro, Facto, Terps, Mr. Oxnard, I send miles. That's right, Terps. Nightmare, Mr. Oxnard. Let me just see. Let me just catch up with these. Katie Frizzle's in the house. What's up, Nightmare? Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. Just in the chat. I got 22 people watching. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. Yes, TGIF Nightmare. That's right. Haha, Mr. Frank. Hello, Mr. Frank, Sir Oxnard, Terps, and the rest. That's right, Nightmare. We're chilling. You know how we do. We're trying to get this every day. Don't stop, man. Katie Frizzle. That's right. Saludos to the chat. El Benny de Cali. What's up, man? What's up? Katie Frizzle, hey Benny, listen. But I know that there's other shit that can stress us out, like fucking gas prices or food prices. Like there's shit that can stress us out, and it's normal. And I think that when we don't have a solution for something right away, we get stressed out. And that's where we have to kind of like take a breather. That's where we have to pause. And sometimes that's where we accelerate. We accelerate when we're upset. When we're stressed out, we accelerate. That's the exact opposite of what we should do. So that's step number one. If you're starting to feel stressed out, okay, if you're starting to feel like, man, something's getting to you, something's aggravating you, you're stuck in traffic, you're starting to get stressed out, you see you're running late. I mean, there's nothing you can do by stressing out. That's why you have to pause, man. Take a pause. Once you feel the adrenaline, once you start feeling that anxiety, pause and breathe. Pause and breathe and think about it. Be like, is there really anything I could do right now? Besides maybe calling up and saying, you know what, I'm going to be late. I'm stuck in traffic. Take a video of that shit. Send it to your boss. you know, Let them know. I mean, there's shit that we cannot avoid. And it's going to stress us out if we give it the power to stress us out. The only way that you can give something power is if you make it more important than what it is. And at that moment, stressing out does not make it more important, does not change the situation. You're stuck in traffic. There's nothing you can do until it moves, until it clears up. That's it. You're stuck. What can you do? And stressing over it, all it leads to is fucking road rage. And you see what happens when people ignite that road rage. That's stress unleashed. And we got to be smarter than that. We got to be smarter, man. Listen. A lot of people confuse being down with being reckless. Like you can be down, right? You can be down for yours. You can be down for your family. You could be down to not be disrespected. You could be down to making sure things go the way that you want them to. I mean, we don't really have control over a lot of things, but those things that we can control, yeah, we're going to be down to making sure that's how it goes. But being down does not mean or does not equal being reckless. No, it does not mean the same thing. Some people get reckless behind the wheel once they stress out and run people over. Because they're causing a traffic jam. Protesters. You've seen how many people get run over by people in cars that are stressed out and are upset that people are protesting and are in the middle of the street. Some just run them over. There was this one case, I don't know where in South America. I don't know if it was Brazil. I don't know where it was. But some people were protesting on the side of the road, and this old man gets out and he just starts shooting and kills somebody just because they blocked the road. He was trying to get to work. So we need to realize that stress can be a factor. It can make us blow up, and it could create problems for us in the long run. So we have to figure out how the fuck not to stress out so much. Frenetic's rapping us talking papas live on this frenetic Friday, but we're gonna chill here. We're gonna kick back. What's up, you OG Benny? That's right. So listen, we're gonna react. I'm gonna do a reaction, but before we do that, we're gonna play one more song. Okay, I'm gonna put on another song. I'm gonna put on one that I particularly enjoy. You know, I've played this before. I'll probably play it again some other time in the future. Just because I think it's one of those underrated songs, man. But I play what I enjoy. I enjoy sharing with you guys. This is Fazo riding high. Frank Ticas dropping all his talking papas live on a frenetic Friday. But we're chilling here. We're chilling. You know, we're taking it slow. Thanks to everybody, man, that's kicking back with me. There's 20 people watching. 20 people watching. Yeah, that movie Falling Down. That's right, Ramiro. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's a good movie. And that's kind of extreme, but it pretty much illustrates what we're talking about. You're absolutely right. Let's go ahead and get this Fazo. Frank Dicas dropping knowledge stocking Papas live on a frenetic Friday. Thanks so much for stopping by. Let's get it. All right, all right. That was Riding High by Phazo. So let me just put this up on the screen. Now, I don't know if it's going to rain right away. I think it might rain, maybe not right now, but I'm just letting you guys know. It might start raining. If I do, I'm going to have to run inside the house, but it's not going to stop anything. It don't stop. Frank Tica's dropping on. It's talking Papa's live. Frenetic Friday. Let me see. El Benny de Cali, diamond falling into the abyss of the crease can be stressful. Yeah, man. You know what? I think that little dog is stressed out, man. I think she is because look, when dogs they kind of follow your rhythm, right? The dogs follow your rhythm. So she's staying up late. She's staying up late with Dubs. Like if that fool wakes up, she's gonna wake up. That's a stressful existence. Like if she's sleeping and all of a sudden that fool turns on the lamp, turns on his computer, turns on the music. That's why she follows him, and then she starts nibbling on shit. I think that's stressing her out. I think you're absolutely right. That's right, little white ferret. All right, so let me go ahead and put this up on the screen. We're gonna go ahead and share this. Give me a second, guys. Now, this is an old ass video, man. I'll tell you when it's from. This one was from 4 years ago. Yeah, for June 20th, 2022. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this. All right. We're gonna react to it a little bit. Frank Dica's rapping us talking Papa's live. Now this video is called The Definition of a J Cat. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and react to this. We're gonna watch. I'm gonna pause it. If you guys have any comments, put them up. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get this.
Gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What it is, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. What it is today on Gunner's Profiles is real life, real talk by a real one who really been there, done that. Simon, I walked the yard like this, watch out. Con un pinche J-Cat, right? What it isn't and what it never will be is no bullshit, no frivolous talk, no fake annex. We ain't doing all that bullshit, man, just to do it. So let's get added preservatives. What are those? I don't even fucking know what those are. Is it right?
All right, so just from the beginning, this fool's already lying. talking about he ain't fronting, he ain't fake. We know by now that the majority of the shit this fool has ever talked about is fake as fuck. But I just thought this video was funny because this is like 4 years ago. But you don't see this fool with this type of energy anymore. You know, and he doesn't do all of the fucking theatrics he does. Even though right now he's saying that no preservatives, man. He does too much. Look, watch what all that he talks about.
Like, dude, watch out. Con un pinche J-Cat, right? What it isn't and what it never will be is no bullshit, no frivolous talk, no fake antics.
No bullshit, no frivolous talk, no fake antics. Yeah, sure, fool. We are right. I'm telling you, this fool's already lying. But let's continue.
We ain't doing all that bullshit, man, just to do it. So let's get added preservatives. What are those? I don't even fucking know what those are. Is it right? In a menudo style and direct fashion, we're gonna get straight into it. As you can see by that thumbnail, con un pinche mustache on his forehead. Stop it, bro. Just stop it, right? J-Cats.
The women whose partner.
All right, let me get this commercial out of the way. But yeah, so he's going to give his definition of what a J-Cat is. All right, let me go ahead and fast forward this. Here we go. All right, that's what this video is all about. He's going to talk about J-Cats. Let's go.
In a direct fashion, we're going to get straight into it. As you can see by that thumbnail, con un pinche mustache on his forehead. Stop it, bro. Just stop it, right? J-Cats. Level 4 high-powered J-Cats, right? Clickbait. You know what I mean? Trip out on this. J-Cats, man. What's the definition of a J-Cat? A lot of people always ask, hey, we hear you guys on these prison channels talk about J-Cats, 5150s, motherfucking disculpame, right? I'm going to tell you all about J-Cats in a menudo style, straight up, trip out. A lot of people label me a J-Cat. It's just a character, Holmes. This is just the way I fucking come off, right? But in real life, in real talk, I can get real.
Yeah, right, fool. You're a J-Cat. So look, he's going to describe himself and Dubs to a T when he starts talking about what it is to be a J-Cat. So he's going to go into all of that. But yeah, listen, he puts too much on it. Like this fool really, really tries to sell that he was really, really about it at some point. But you know, it's his fantasy.
Pow, right? But look at these guys on this thumbnail. Con un pinche eyeliner, right? And a fucking mustache on the top of his head. I can't call it like an alcoholic. All I can say is the definition of J-Cats is very vague. Okay? Some people that are boisterous, some people that have that attitude can be labeled J-Cats because it seems like in this gang life, in prison life, everybody has to be super serio. A whole bunch of super norteños, super sureños, vatos that are creased down, and kicking back on them. But the vatos that are out there like Sas are labeled J-Cats. Charlie Holmes.
So, I mean, being serious does not necessarily mean you're not a J-Cat. There's a lot of fools that are J-Cats that don't say shit. It's not about whether you have fun or not. It's just about being respectful. You know, knowing when to talk, knowing when not to talk. This fool talks about all this type of shit all the time with no regard to who's listening. You guys already know these fools say the most racist shit out of the blue, thinking it's okay. You know, sex playing, talking about the next man's wife. So when he comes out here talking, oh, this is just a character. Nah, fool, that's who you are. You're a J-Cat. But let's continue.
A real definition and a true definition of a J-Cat is that vato right there with a mustache on his head. The vato with the fucking 4 strands of hair barely leaking from his fucking membrane, right? Trip out on this. J-Cats. Okay, I've been around a lot of gente incarcerated. And for the most part, like I said, everyone was on their super shit. Everybody had an image to uphold. Professionalism, class, the way you carry yourself is the way people judge you. Okay, if you go in there on some straight gangster shit, man, just being smooth and moving with a purpose, people are going to be like, hey, this is a good camarada, this is a good homeboy. Charlie Holmes, we're getting down with them regardless of the fact, right? But if you go in there on some weird shit, you're automatically going to be labeled a J-Cat. Now, what is a J-Cat? The true definition of a J-Cat is somebody who's kind of just out there. He's off. The Island Boys.
Just like you, fool. You're off. Look at you. Like, look at when he came out. And I'm working on a short about that. Came out with his little locket, golden locket around his neck. John Travolta's shirt opened up. Like, what part of the game is that? That's some weird ass shit. I didn't even know what to say. He's a moron. He's a J Cat.
Those are cats. Those are J Cats. C-Max, pants on them. You're on your gangster shit. You take DPs. You're in the county and all that. You'll take fades. I give you that. You're a J Cat. I'm just going to be real. A J Cat is someone, and they can't prevent it. They can't calm it down. The energy is there, right? They can't diffuse the situation. Once a J Cat, always a J Cat, right? Now, I told the story about a J Cat I was celled up with, man. I couldn't wait to get the fuck up out that cell. I was in that motherfucker like, guard! Guard, when are we getting on the linea, right? Because we were in an AdSeg overflow. He was in that motherfucker doing push-ups and burpees for fucking 19 hours straight, talking about, discúlpame, discúlpame. I said, disculp the fuck out of me, right? I'm about to get up out of here. That's gay. I'm gonna fucking book this vato. Pedazo time, right?
Now, you know that fool wasn't going to do all that. He was probably really looking for the guard to get him out of the cell so he wouldn't get beat up. Like, this fool talks like so much high power. Even here, he's trying to talk high power. Like, he really was getting fools out of his cell. Come on, bro. You know you stuck it out with that celly till the end of his term or until they shipped him out or they shipped you out. Or maybe you rolled it up. You weren't going to do anything, fool. You're a J-Cat. He's describing himself. But let's continue.
I was ready to get up out of there because being around a J-Cat, man, is a hard situation. You know, I'm not a super serio guy. You know, I'm very funky. Yes, you know what I mean? I like to move and groove with a purpose. I have an attitude of capping. I have an attitude of playing a little bit. I have an attitude of getting my clown on. But I know when there's a time and a place to knuckle up and fucking buckle up. I know when you have to get in a menudo style in a direct fashion. I know that if you hit that yarda or you hit them callejones, these are the streets, homie. You have to go out there and really does your thing.
Okay, and that's what I wanted to get at. Because you know this fool ain't living up to this shit. You know this fool already dodged the fade with chill. So you're not about it, fool. Makes you a J-Cat. By your definition, of what a J-Cat is, you're a J-Cat. Because you can't handle your shit. Look at him over here talking about, oh, J-Cats. This is what people call me a J-Cat, but no, I can get down. I handle my fool. You ain't handling nothing. And as a matter of fact, hey, shout out to Egyptian Lover, man. I saw him on the lives at night, man. But shout out to him. And I forget who else was telling me to check out some stories in the past about how this fool scammed people with raffles and shit. I saw some posts about that. I think I'm going to make a video out of it. But you're a fucking J-Cat, fool. Like, you scam people. Like, you use sob stories. You make up shit just to get money. That's some J-Cat shit. If I had to tell you that was a J-Cat, I would be waiting for the door to open up. Yeah, I wouldn't be waiting for the door to open up. That exactly. Like, you see how he switched it up? See, I'm going to play that again, man, because, see, that's the type of thing that these people don't understand. And those fools that go against us, oh, you guys are obsessed. Nah, man, look, we're just pointing out the fallacies and the constant contradictions. You know, people try to say, well, look, Freak's contradicting himself. No, well, you can't prove that shit. You know, in your opinion is one thing, facts are another. But this fool right here just contradicted himself. Listen, that's exactly right, Benny. Let me go back. Let me play that back. Like, why would you be waiting at the door for the guard to open up because you don't like your celly or your celly's a J-Cat?
I was ready to get up out of there because being around a J, right? Because we were in an AdSeg overflow. He was in that motherfucker. I told the story about a J-Cat I was celled up with, man. I couldn't wait to get the fuck up out that cell. I was in that motherfucker like, guard!
You see? He said he couldn't wait to get out of the cell. And he was like, guard! And aren't they always talking shit about riding the DRB? Is this the fool that talks about riding the DRB? Look at what he's saying right here. Fucking J Cat, man. Shout out to ET, man. Shout out to Ladies of Exposed Tube. Shout out to everybody, man. Sooners, Terps, Hangman Stranger, Taco Stain, Little White Ferret, Katie Frizzle, everybody that's dropping their content out there. It don't stop. You see how these fools tell on themselves? Like, once again, 4 years ago. No, 4 years ago, this fool was over here telling on himself.
Right? Now, I told the story about a J-Cat I was celled up with, man. I couldn't wait to get the fuck up out that cell. I was in that motherfucker like, guard! Guard, when are we getting on the linea? Right? Because we were in an AdSeg overflow. He was in that motherfucker doing push-ups and burpees for fucking 19 hours straight talking about, disculpame. I said,
So why not take off on him right there? Like, why not take off on him right there, fool? Like, what are you waiting for? Like, if you had already seen that this dude was the way he was, you obviously didn't take care of it. Straight J-Cap behavior. But let's continue.
scoop the fuck out of me, right? I'm about to get up out of here. That's gay. I'm gonna fucking book this vato. Pedazo time, right? I was ready to get up out of there because being around a J-Cat, man, is a hard situation. You know, I'm not a super serio guy. You know, I'm very funky. You know what I mean? I like to move and groove with a purpose. I have an attitude of capping. I have an attitude of playing a little bit. I have an attitude of getting my clown on. But I know when there's a time and a place to knuckle up and fucking buckle up. I know when you have to get in a menudo style in a direct fashion. I know that if you hit that yarda or you hit them callejones, these are the streets, homie. You have to go out there and really does your thing. You know what I mean? Not do your thing, does your thing. On Paru, right? I know that there comes a time and a place for everything. So I know how to carry myself with professionalism. But
No, you don't. Skittles was always on the button calling the CEOs. Yeah, that's right, Albany. You don't carry yourself like this. See, and this is the type of thing that I love to see. No, because people want to make it out to be like, oh, these fools are about it. Man, these fools ain't about it. Look at all that he's talking about, but what happened now? Talking about on TikTok, talking about I'm dying. Trying to grift. Trying to make money. I got that video. I got that clip of this fool the other day talking about he's dying, trying to get donations off of people on TikTok. Over here, he's talking about, oh yeah, I'm about it, woo, woo, woo. But now he's over here trying to gather money, talking about he's almost dying. Let's see, if that was true, he wouldn't be a dropout. Exactly, bro, if that was true. But, you know, I think at this time, this is like 4 years ago, I don't know how much of that had come out. Like, I don't know. I don't recall. I think maybe it had already come out, a lot of things. But, yeah, exactly, man. But, yeah, I wonder what happened. I'm sure he doesn't say what happened with that celly. But let's continue.
for the most part, some of these J-Cats, people that we label J-Cats, can't do that shit. They think they're normal, but they're not, okay? And let me tell you some instances of a J-Cat. See the fucking haircut on these babosos? That's J-Cat activities. That's either J-Cat activities or Skanta activities. Either one. Sometimes, when you're on that 10 to 2, you're off that pipote grandote, sometimes it fucks your mentality up and you turn from a good, solid individual that carries himself righteously into a cat, to a J-Cat. Now,
he's describing Dubs right there. He's describing Dubs. Hey, what's up, Maxine Bardella? How's it going? We're over here chilling, reacting to his old ass Skittles video. Let me rewind that. I want you guys to hear the description and tell me he's not talking about Dubs. Now remember, this is 4 years ago. You know, I'm not saying that he's really actually talking about Dubs here, but what I'm saying is that the description that he gives of what a type of J-Cat is very, like, you could say, well, wait a minute, that's Dubs.
Activities or Skanta activities. Either one. Sometimes, when you're on that 10 to 2, you're off that pipote grandote, sometimes it fucks your mentality up and you turn from a good, solid individual that carries himself righteously into a cat, to a J-Cat. Now,
Because if you look at Dubs now, his whole personality now pretty much is him crashing out. Like all of these videos that he puts out, yeah, people are going to watch. You know, he's going to get his 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views, 5,000 views. I mean, he should. He's got like what, 97,000 subscribers or 80, something like that. He should be getting 30,000 views. You know, but the reality is that Dubs is no longer the one who used to be in the car making videos. Now he's a straight up J-Cat. Like the most views he gets is when he's crashing out. That's why he goes live late at night drunk as fuck, because he knows people are going to donate for his crash outs. So you just described right here, Skittles just described Dubs. He just described his ass. That's right, Maxine, Katie Frizzle, Little White Ferret. You can't claim to be a righteous person and be a dropout at the same time, in my opinion. I agree, Nightmare. I mean, listen. I'll tell you like this. I really don't, me personally, I agree, but I also think that if someone really makes the changes in life to be better and to demonstrate an actual change, you can kind of say like, okay, like it makes sense, right? Like they followed through. Not only did they drop out, but they made like serious life changes. Nah, these fools came out and capitalized off of that lifestyle, a lifestyle that they turned their, not only did they turn their back on, but that they basically disclosed a lot of things to law enforcement. You know, so if they would have done that and then changed their life, that would be one thing. But they did that and then they continued in this pocket trying to make money. Straight JCap behavior. That's right, Katie. That's right, Little White. Let's see. He acts like he's in good standing. Yeah, exactly. No, I understand. I understand exactly what you mean, bro. I totally agree. You know, but what I'm saying is that this fool in this particular case, him and you know and Dubs, they apply to this JCat definition. Let's listen to that definition one more time.
Activities or stunt activities. Either one. Sometimes, when you're on that 10 to 2, you're off that pipote grandote. Sometimes it fucks your mentality up and you turn from a good, solid individual that carries himself righteously into a cat, to a J-Cat. There's a lot of definitions of a J-Cat. Some people see me, they're like, gun right there, that fucking the fucking clown. He's a J-Cat, right?
And they're right. And they were right for saying that. And we continue to say that. You're a fucking J-Cat. You act and you move like one. You're a liar. You're a scammer. You're a fiend for something. Because we know you don't act normal, fool. You lie about everything. That's how J-Cats are. I mean, J-Cats are like J-Cats are like the dope fiend J-Cats. You can't trust them. They lie all the time, try to scam you. They play the victim, but then they want to act tough. Like, which is it? They have money, but then they don't have money. Now, that's J-Cat shit. So when people said that you were a J-Cat that far away, that long ago, they were onto something. You're a fucking J-Cat. Frank Tica's rapping now. It's Talking Papa's live. This is Frenetic Friday. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. But yeah, let's continue listening to this fool.
Nah. That's not what a J-Cat is, bro. Sit down here. Let me give you some knowledge you're definitely not going to ever get in college, right? A J-Cat is someone who's a little bit off his rocker, someone who's a little bit off the medicina, right? He's not all there. He needs some type of hit that motherfucker with Thorazine one time for his mind. And in prison, you'll have cats that come in there. You'll think they're actually good ass homeboys. They walk in, say, you know, with you, they get off the bus, orale, they're in that R&R in that holding cell. You're like, hey, what's up, homeboy? Where you from? You know what I mean? Orale, homes. That's right, bro. You know, where you from? Merced, eh? All right, cool. Boom. Next thing you know, the motherfucker's on the yarda fucking going like this. Right? What the fuck happened to this vato? He gets booked removed because the homeboys are like, hey, that fool was fucking making us look bad. He was a J-Cat. Okay, now a J-Cat is someone that acts out of their element. Someone that's fucking tripping for no reason or another. You know the type of homeboy that you're chopping it up with? You're like, hey, yeah, so I had this bitch, right, bent her over, and I was doing that like that. And he's like, yeah? And he's like, hey, whoa, where'd that come from, eh?
There they go. There he goes describing himself again. Because that's how these fools are when they're together and they start talking shit. Like when Dubs and Gunner, Skittles and Ratas get together, that's how they act. You know, they bounce all of this weirdo shit between them. So you're describing yourself once again, you weirdo, fucking J-Cat. Skittles dropped out of the North and dropped out of the Northern Rider movement. He's a region man. See that's crazy because I didn't know. I know that he's denied that. But yeah, he's a weirdo, man. He's a weirdo. Yeah, definitely, Maxine. He's a fucking weirdo. Now this is, mind you, this is 4 years ago. Okay, this is 4 years ago.
You know what I mean? Either you're a weirdo, right? And you just got too into the story yesterday. Maybe I tell it too good, right? Or you're a fucking J-Cat, right? J-Cats are going to be someone that go beyond, above and beyond the element of the story, Holmes. You're going to sit there and they're going to act weird. They got weird ass haircuts. They got weird mentalities. You know, the type of homeboy that'll pull up on you and he'll be like, hey, what you guys got going on here? Nah, we're just kicking it, eh? You know what I mean? You want to kick back? Nah, because the aliens might come. What the fuck, right? That's a J-Cat. Someone who's out there. He's a burnout. You know, I know back in the days in the city of San Juan Modesto Merced, we had a lot of KJ going around, allegedly, right? KJ, for those of you that don't know, was killer joints. Sometimes it was something laced with a little something laced, right? And Vatos would be off the rocker. They'd be going paint, right? Be off the paint, and they'd just be on some J-Cat activities. It fucking burned them out. They were burnouts, right? It burned their mentality out. And these were people we labeled J-Cats. Yeah, Vato used to be a solid-ass homeboy. Now he's on some cat shit, right?
That's what people say about you. What's up, Oakland? Everything nice to see you. That's exactly what people say. Well, I mean, you've always acted this way, though, fucking Skittles. But that's what they say about people like fucking Ratas, like Johnny. You know, when he came out trying to be that serious guy, knew about life, wanted to make a change. Look at him now, getting drunk, talking shit, 52 years old, gang banging, making death threats, being racist, perving out on TikTok with your ass, perving out on each other. Like, you guys are straight up J-Cats. Like, everything you're talking about here is exactly who you are, what you do, fool. Once again, this was 4 years ago. So, it's only gotten worse. It's only gotten worse. That's the weird thing about it, is it's not that as they've gotten older, they've matured and they've shown, restraint, maturity, like growth. Nah. Like the shock value. See, now they need to use the shock value because like their regular content is kind of shot out. So they got to continue talking about shit and using clickbait and using all of these thumbnails that, clickbait thumbnails, clickbait titles. And then when you watch the video, you're like, oh, fuck, what are you talking about? Like that has not, like, that's really not aligned with what you said the video was going to be about. Scam their viewers, scam people for donations. Like, these fools are crazy. Like, I'm telling you, man, look, I got a little I'm going to put it out. I'm going to do a short on it. Because this fool was basically telling his viewers yesterday on TikTok that he was about to die. that he was about to die and he needed donations pretty much. I mean, he didn't say it that way. But yeah, let's continue.
He's a J-Cat. It's just a word that was thrown out there. I don't know the origins of the word. I don't know where it started, but I know in prison it's heavily used. It was used in CYA too. We used to say, hey, there's a fucking J-Cat right there. You know what I mean? Meaning, and there are some good homeboys. Don't get it twisted. There's some good homeboys from everywhere. Norte, Sul, boom, boom, dogs, right? Paru. There's some good homeboys from everywhere. Some of them are J-Cats. Just because a homeboy's a J-Cat doesn't mean He's not still not with the cause. He's still not with the movement. He's still not with the righteousness, right? Motherfuckers will really get their issue on.
So basically, what Skittles is telling us right here, that even a J Cat is more honorable than his rat ass. That's what he's saying right here. Basically, he's telling you that there were J Cats that will continue to be down for the cause, whatever cause that is. And we already know that this fool hasn't been down for any cause. As a matter of fact, he's dropped out of those causes. So basically, a J-Cat is still in a higher regard than Skittles or Ratas. That's what he's saying. Miss Oakland, happy Friday. That's right, Oakland. That's my sister right there. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Got 15 people watching. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. Haven't subscribed, please subscribe. But yeah, man, I was tripping out over this video. We're going to just watch a little bit more of it. But yeah, like this fool has the audacity to come out here and talk about J-Cats while he's a J-Cat. Like this fool has the audacity of talking about other people and talking about he's normal, he's about it. You ain't about it, fool. You duck the fade with chill. And see, look, why do we know about the fade with chill? What happened before that? We knew that he scammed his own cousins. We knew that he did his own family dirty. And that's why he accepted the fight with chill, so that we would now be thinking about the fight with chill instead of thinking about the fact that he scammed his cousin, that he blocked him, that he blocked them both when they were on their way to his house. Then he decided to block their calls and not listen in, and they got lost, and then they ended up having to drive all the way back and got support from people that weren't even family because this fool led them on. See, that's what people should remember. No, that's the J-Cat activity that this fool's about. Scamming people, not giving a fuck. He doesn't care if it's family. He doesn't care about none of that. All he cares about is making money any which way form he can. Even if it's saying, like he said last night, that he was dying, he's passing away, and therefore, tugging at people's heartstrings trying to get a buck. That's J-Cat behavior. How can you go from being a baller to being a beggar like overnight? Like that's this fool. Fucking weirdo. That's right, Nightmare. It's like an addict talking shit about another addict. Yeah, Nightmare. Straight up. That's what it is. That's what it is.
But they just do it a little bit different. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's funny. I used to have a homeboy that came around, trip out. This vato used to be a pierda. I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said, no added preservatives right here. The vato used to be off the pierda, right? So it's okay every once in a while to slide him a little something. Well,
off the what? Pierda? See, this fool tries too hard, man. They try so hard to sound like they speak Spanish. Just say rock, fool. Can't even say piedra. Fool says piedra. Listen to his ass, man. Look. Straight J-Cat. Fucking J-Cat.
No added preservatives right here. The vato used to be off the pierda, right?
That fool said pierda, like lost. Pierda. Espero que ella pierda. I hope she loses. It's piedra, dummy. Should have just said rock. Fucking J-Cat.
Right? So it's okay every once in a while to slide him a little something. Well, one thing about this homeboy was deaf. Right? And when I say a homeboy, he wasn't from my barrio, but he was from the west side of Merced, man. He was a homie, right? He was a homie. He used to have a little red pony or whatever. And I know back in them days, you're not supposed to sell to your own people, but say, okay, fuck it, homes. La primera. Vatos were trying to get that little $10 and then go to the fair that night and knock him some Arby's, right? So it was what it was. He used to come around and his fucking big carnal, his big brother used to be like, don't be selling my brother's shit, eh? Because that fool, but he started J-Catting out, right? I said, how can he J-Cat out? Vato, he's deaf. The Vato can't even talk. You know what I mean? So how can... Anyways, I got to see it in real life. High definition, 4K.
Once again, this fool telling on himself. He was taking advantage of a deaf dude, selling them crack, selling them drugs. Had already been told by another family member, don't sell this fool anything. But this fool continued. This is Like you're just telling on yourself, fool. That's exactly what you do till this day. People tell you don't do it, fool. You should think about it. People tell you you're fucking up. And you make up excuses, you rationalize it in your fucking JCat brain of yours, and you continue to do it because all you think about is making money. You just described yourself yet again. Listen to this shit. He was selling drugs to a deaf guy. This family had already told this fool, don't sell him anything. Don't sell him drugs. See, this fool's a JCat. He's gonna fuck up.
La primera. Vatos were trying to get that little $10 and then go to the fair that night and knock him some Arby's, right? So it was what it was. He used to come around and his fucking big carnal, his big brother, used to be like, don't be selling my brother's shit, eh? Because that fool, but he started J-catting out, right? Well, I was like, how can he J-cat out? I thought he's dead.
You see, how could he JCat out, Vato? He's deaf. So he's already rationalizing it. And this is what you do all the time, fool. That's why you're a JCat, because you do the same shit over and over again. You fall into the same type of bullshit over and over and over and over again. Because you rationalize your bullshit. You green light that shit. Hint, hint. You green light those thoughts. Like, you should listen to people. Now, I don't know if this story is true or not, but the behavior that you're describing is typical JCat Skittles behavior.
Deaf. The vato can't even talk. You know what I mean? So how can... Anyways, I got to see it in real life. High definition. 4K shit, right? The vato came one day. I set him off a little demo for his life. And he was like, right? He wanted to smoke it right there. The vato got his little issue on. Crackling. There's some of you right now on YouTube that know exactly that crackle, right? So the vato got his crackle on, and the vato started going, ah! Right? He started doing some JCat shit. I swear to God, the vato hit the pierna and could talk.
Man, let me get through this commercial. See, sometimes I hadn't gotten this far. I'm already pissed off. See, and that's why these fools piss me off. Because, like, he's talking about all of this shit like it's a big fucking joke. It ain't no fucking joke, man. You know how many people's families are hooked on drugs? Like, look, and by this, I'm not saying that I know that there are a lot of people that have sold drugs and they probably still do. You know, hey man, to each his own. Don't do what you got to do. But I mean, for you to come and romanticize and make light of selling drugs to someone that had problems, like you're saying it yourself, that fool couldn't talk. And if he was able to talk once he smoked, then maybe there were some serious issues with this dude, and you're over here selling him drugs. Once again, I don't know if this story is true or not. All I'm saying is you once again demonstrate what a piece of shit you are. You're a fucking JCat. Let's see. Skittles and Dubweiser both blocked me. All right. Well, welcome to the club, fool. Welcome to the club. But let's continue.
And could talk.
Hold on.
Right? He wanted to smoke it right there. Vato got his little issue on. Crackling. There's some of you right now on YouTube that know exactly that crackle, right?
Yeah, and you know exactly that crackle too, because that's why you mentioned it. Fucking crackhead, always telling on himself.
So the vato got his crackle on, and the vato started going, ah! Right? He started doing some JCat shit. I swear to God, the vato hit the pierna and could talk. Am I lying? Am I lying? Right? The vato hit the pierna and could talk. All of a sudden, he's like, another one, right? You need another one, right? You got $10 more? Fuck it. To make you hot, I get paid to do the wild thing. Yes, right? JCat activities. Okay, I've been incarcerated a lot in my life, and I've been around a lot of individuals that are true JCats. Like I said, man, that one cellie I had, good Lord, you guys can't even begin to imagine or understand what I was going through for those 10 days in that cell. And I didn't know. When we got placed in that cell, for first and foremost, came in, there's a big ass homeboy too. What's up, bro? What's up, babe? You know what I mean?
Well, there you go. That's why he didn't do anything, because the dude was big. Fucking scaredy ass. So he was in the same cell with a supposed JCat for 10 days, and he was at the door waiting for the guard to get him out and for him to move from one to another cell. Yeah, fucking weirdo.
Cool. Rolled our mattresses up. I said, hey, you want to do do some machina or what? What's up with it? He's like, Simone, right? And then so we're getting down, up, down, up, down. You know how it is anyone that's been like this small cells, right? Up, down. One's getting their issue, the other one's getting their, right? We're gonna bird back that motherfucker right there. Okay. The first time we busted down, I'm like, hey, go ahead, Humps. I'm gonna clean the cell up a little bit. You can bird back first. You know, I figured he knew the fucking etiquette. There's proper etiquette in the cell. You know, I'm gonna clean today. You get the bird bath first, then you go ahead and clean after your shit, and then fucking vice versa. We're gonna do it like that. In that fashion, we'll switch. Tomorrow I'll be first. La primera vez, right? This bottle we hooked up a little hose. We hooked up a little hose, right? So you can fucking bird bath. Put a little curtain. Vato's getting his issue on, right? Next thing you know, Vato, there's water squirting over the thing. I'm a fucking right there in my bunk. Like, what the fuck, right? He's going, Disculpame. I need to clean the cell, right? Hold on now, right? I never, to what degree of cleaning, motherfucker, are you doing, right? I understand, get your toalla and clean the cell, but Holmes, you know what I mean? Get the dust bunnies up out of there. I say, right? But this motherfucker was like, he thought he was at a car wash, right? Charlie, Holmes. That's when I knew something wasn't right with this guy. I knew he was a J-Cat, right? He continued to be such. When we got up out of that cell, thank God they fucking got us up out of there. And we ended up going to our blocks. He ended up getting whacked, you know? That's just the way it was. He was doing a lot, way too much. I don't know if he had problems with drogas. I don't know if he drank too much. I don't know what led up into him acting that way or if it was just a screw loose. He was born that way. Hey, I wasn't going to give him the benefit of that. Get rid of that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, once again, this fool's describing himself and ratas. You guys don't know how to act. How much time did he actually do in prison? Anyone know? He didn't do that much time, Oakland, but he claims to have done 19 years. He claims altogether because he said that on a TikTok. I put a video out on that. He was trying to show off to Mohawk Peepin' Tom Dan, Peepin' Dan, Mohawk Peepin' Tom Dan. He was trying to impress him because I guess that guy has done like 24 or 34 years. I don't know how many years. And then this fool came out saying, "Oh, I've done 19." I don't believe that shit though. Yeah, he said 15 years once. Well, he adds more years to it. But you just described Ratas. I mean, that's how Ratas came out. He came out trying to be all sophisticated, but look at him now. Drunk, J-Cat. Violent one, and won't bust a
Makes
grape.
us look bad. Look at him. So let's get about to walk around the Mohawk. You know what I mean? Hey, Humps, no Mongolians. It's not a Mongolian, it's a Mohawk. Disculpame. Right? I was like, get rid of this motherfucker. Eventually, he was gone. I've ran into a lot of J-Cats since a little kid.
Here are 5 rules.
Damn, I hate these commercials. So he's been around J-Cat since he was a little kid. Okay. We'll see what he talks about.
And my Theo laced me up to understand. I remember the first time I ever heard the word J-Cat was from my Theo. You know, my Theo was J-Cat. Straight. You know what I mean? He was up that. And he used to cat out a little bit. But he told me, he was like, hey, mijo, when you get locked up, because you're going to get locked up, because you're out there gangbanging, right? It's only a matter of time. I hope you don't, but you will. And when you do, this is what the get down is. He's like, you're going to run into a lot of people with a lot of different attitudes. You're going to run into a lot of people from a lot of different fucking areas and a lot of different estilos. The best thing to do is maintain as a vallero that you are and keep your fucking ears and your eyes open, your mouth shut, and just do your thing, man. You know what I mean? The homeboys will lace you as you go. Orale, that's all you have to tell me. So I was scared for the most part like that. Posted because I had already had the rundown from an OG veterano who had been doing it since the 70s. Motherfuckers didn't have to tell me twice, right? Like I said, I knew when to cat out a little bit and have fun, and I knew when it was business time. And as a
Man, fool, you don't know none of that shit. But yeah, man, if you guys want to continue watching this, it's called The Definition of a J-Cat. Basically, this fool's telling on himself. Let's see, Ramiro. Right, yeah, 4 years at best. I believe that too, Ramiro. Let me see, Oakland, everything. Hasta mucho se me hace. He talks like he's regurgitating other stories. Maybe 10. I don't even think 10. I think at most 6, 7. Maybe. Like if we count all of his juvenile time, you know, that he likes to talk about in regards to YA and all of that shit. But yeah, if you guys want to keep watching this, but yeah, man, look, this fool has been telling on himself, and basically lets us know who he is all the time. All right, so someone asked me a question here. Give me a second. Let me get my glasses on. All right, so someone asked me a question here. Now, listen, Dragon Red, I know who you are, man, and I've seen you around. And I'm just going to tell you like this. ET hasn't said that. I've said it. And there's enough videos of me telling you guys where I'm at and that I've been down here for long enough. Longer than some of you guys have even been born, to be honest with you. Been 26 years, man. And ever since then, I've been doing my own thing. I've been working on myself. And that's why, it trips me out, man. Listen. It trips me out because when I started watching, and as you guys already know, I started watching fucking Ratas. He seemed like a sensible guy. He seemed like he knew what the fuck was going on. But look at him now. Look at him now. Like every single thing that Skittle said right now in regards to what a JCat is, that's exactly the type of thing that they demonstrate. They demonstrate JCat activities, JCat tendencies. They scam people. They lie. They lie all the time. And that's the worst part of it is that they lie all the time to where you can't believe shit that they say. If there are people that believe what they say, like no matter what video you guys watch, you're going to find lies in every single one. You're going to find contradictions in every single one. You're going to find them telling on themselves and projecting in every single video. No? And it's never to promote something like positive change. Like today, for example, that fool dropped a video about who's winning the war in San Jose. And he tried to make it positive towards the end, but it's too late. Like you're too invested in this, regional shit. Like look at your thumbnails talking about wars up north, wars down south, wars with the Crips, wars with the Blood, wars in prison. Like that's all you like to talk about. And then you want to come out here and say, oh, these people are talking about these things that they shouldn't talk about. Like Ratas does. He wants to talk about everything, but if someone else talks about it, then it's a problem. And ET put out uh, what's it called? A reaction video to it today. Shout out to ET. Shout out to Ladies of Exposed Tube. Shout out to everybody, man, that's down. 23 people watching. If you haven't hit the like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. But yeah, man, look. Once again, that was 4 years ago. Has anything changed since then? I think it's only gotten worse. And to me, that's kind of crazy, man, to see these dudes get older and they're getting worse as they get older. They're getting worse as they get older. Now you got Ratas drinking almost every day, and I don't give a fuck. I mean, that's on him. That's his liver. That's his life. He can do whatever the hell he wants, but don't come out here talking shit and try to criticize and talk about me. Like, there's a like on a live maybe like about a week ago, he was talking sexual shit about me, like crazy shit. So to me, it's like, how can you come out here, try to discredit me and my faith, and you're over here sexualizing the type of friendship that I may have with someone else on YouTube, man? I'm a fucking man. And for you to be out here talking shit, that's why it don't stop. I'm going to continue to be on your neck, on both of you fools, because of the type of shit that you put out there, the type of accusations that you make when all the time all you do is project straight up. Nothing positive comes out of your fool's mouth. You act like straight up JCats. And we're going to continue doing what we do. It don't stop. Ftdk's dropping non-stocking Papas live on the Frenetic Friday. If anybody has any questions, let me know. I'm going to put up another song before we go out. We've been kicking it, just parlaying, talking. Oh, let me see. Let me look for some funk. I'm going to put some old school funkadelic. Let me see if I can find something real quick. Probably roll out with that. But yeah, once again, you guys got to watch out and make sure that you manage stress as best you can. Manage stress as best you can. Don't let shit get to you, man. And a lot of people are counting on you to fucking lose your cool so they can point at you and laugh at you and try to. But we're not going to let none of that shit stop us. We're going to continue doing what we do, and it don't stop. Frank Tika's dropping non-stop in Papa's Live. I truly appreciate everybody that comes and watches, all of the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Okay, I got 23 people in the house. Let me see. Hold on. Let me check. Let me catch up with these chats before I put up. I saw that Oakland has a question. Let me see. What's up, Ramiro, Katie? That shit ain't cool. Nah, it ain't cool. Sean T. Reek Watson. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up? What's up? What's going on? Frank, it's chilling, chilling. OG Smalls, Frank and Familia. Hey, what's up, OG? What's up, Shanti? Chilling, man. I have a random question. All right, let me see. OG Smalls. How do you say cake frosting in Spanish? Um, that's a good question. Let me ask. All right. So one way of saying it is turron. 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 As a matter of fact, let me put it up. So it's turron or crema chantilly. Okay. Let me see. Turron pastel. Let me see. Ya, sí, el pastel de turrón o con betún de turrón es bizcocho tradicional latinoamericano decorado con un merengue. Merengue is the frosting too. Merengue is the frosting. So yeah, it's turrón, Turron. I had to ask the chef. Why, you're making me a cake? Are you making me a cake, Oakland? Shout out to Oakland. Shout out to the 26 watching, man. We're chilling, chilling. Let me just see. Let me continue over here. Let me catch up with these chats. That's right, little white ferret. You think your kung fu is better than mine? There's a voice delay on a kung fu theater movie. Hey, what's up, No Dice Media? I don't know. Is there a voice delay? Yeah, there's always a voice delay. Sorry about that. Ramiro, OG Smalls. This was giving me problems the other day. As a matter of fact, yesterday it was giving me problems. It wasn't putting up the chats like it is right now, but I think it worked itself out. Let's see. Nightmare. Let me see. I'm glad you didn't. No, I'm not going to laugh at you. I mean, that's a valid question. But there's so many different ways. For example, glaciado, which is like the glaze. It depends on what we're talking about. Yeah, glaciado de pastel. See, there you go, Ramiro. Glaciado, turrón, crema chantilly. It depends on. It really depends because see, Spanish is rich in that. Depending on the type of glaze or that you're putting on the cake or icing, it will be called that. So it really would depend on what you're trying to do. Let's see. There's definitely delay in your video, Frank. Okay. I want a piece. All right. Well, sorry about the delay, guys, but I'm about to end it anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and put this last song up. It don't stop. Frank Tica's dropping knowledge, talking Papa's live. You guys know what's up, man. We're gonna end it with this song. But I once again want to thank every single one of you for stopping by, man. Don't let things stress you out, and don't let these JCats get to you. Don't let these JCats get to you, man. Frank Tica's dropping knowledge, talking Papa's live on the Frenetic Friday. Catch you guys later on the live with ET. Ladies of Exposed Tube got battle boxes. Remember that? Battle boxes tonight. It don't stop. Let's get it. Oh, yeah, before I go, until next time, peace. Hey, that's right. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you didn't hit the like, please hit the like. Haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Shout out to everybody that came in. Miss Yaya, I seen you. I seen you. That's why I wanted to say good evening to everybody once again. Remember, battle boxes. If there's ladies of exposed to, we're going to be there too. And don't ever stop. Frank Dico's dropping on his Talking Papas live on a Frenetic Friday. Catch you all on the next one. Peace.